Sorry.
Good night.
Oh.
Hello, everybody.
It's on the floor. Go get it.
Why isn't everyone
Shut.
attack? Welcome, everybody. We're going to get going in just a moment. All right. We're going to get going. Thank you, Mr. DJ, for helping us out. I can still see a few people dancing on the chairs and they're still feeling the vibe from the weekend. I would love to know, just as we add a couple more people into our waiting room here tonight, I would love for you to pop in the chat. What is one feeling that describes your experience at conference, if you were in the room in Canberra or Wellington, or maybe if you weren't able to get to conference, what's the feeling that you picked up watching on, right? I would love for you to pop that into the chat here. It's blowing up very quickly, so all of the feels are still fresh and you guys are feeling them. Connected, unstoppable, excited, inspired, pumped, limitless, community, connection, inspired, gratitude. I can't keep up. I'm going to do my best, but holy moly, what a way to kick off tonight. We're just going to keep adding a few more into the waiting room here. Electric, picked up on the excitement and the friendship, cheering each other on, even though I wasn't in the room. I absolutely love that. We had a great chat about that today, as to those who maybe weren't able to be at conference, how they can really leverage off the feeling that we created and continue to share that on their own screens as well. We had a beautiful session on Open Office today. If I get a chance, I will touch on that on the end of tonight. Inspired, excited, connected, feeling all of the friendship. I love that. There was certainly a beautiful element. The fire that I speak about, the glue of the love and the connection that just flows through this entire community. High vibe is contagious, absolutely, even if you weren't there to feel it. All right. Adam, I might get you to keep an eye on the waiting room. We have just ticked over 300 of you joining us live here tonight. So live streaming, we are off and away. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to tonight's Freedom Team training. I just looking at this chat here once again, my goodness, right? What a few days we have all had together. Conference 2022, right? I feel like it's absolutely one for the history books. As I can see, you can all agree, right? The energy, the connection, the inspiration, the huge visions, the excitement, and the growth that was felt over these past few days is truly next level. And one word that I loved that our beautiful global CEO, Stuart, added into the conference this weekend was transformations have happened. Transformations are underway. They're not transitions, they are transformations. And I've never personally been so eager, myself inspired and excited to see all of us together, side by side, create even more success here. I really do believe that we're We've got one giant dream, and we are one giant team that is going to back that up. I'm just going to pop you guys on mute here as well. So I just want to kick off tonight, firstly acknowledging Celine and Mick Egan and the entire Juice Plus company for putting on one of the most spectacular conferences I truly believe, or I know that I have ever seen. We absolutely appreciate the company and all of the home office team behind the scenes that truly poured into each of us over the last few days, our mission, our growth, and our service that we have here. So if you are brand new tonight, if this is your first ever training and your first week joining us, my name is Kimberly Wellman, and on behalf of all of our community and all of the leadership team here, I just want to say a real huge, warm and worthy welcome to our Juice Plus family. I am heading into my 5th year into the Juice Plus company and our beautiful profession. And this has truly been a vehicle that has set our family up to live life with more freedom, more certainty, and more abundance as well. Because of this business, because of this community, because of this mission, I have been able to step away from a 19-year corporate career and buy back 40 hours a week at home as a mama and set ourselves up to live life in accordance to my family's values. And nothing lights me up more than seeing other people say yes to doing life on their terms and accordance to their values, which is the beautiful gift that we all have here. So tonight is a huge night on the back of our conference weekend. We have so many lit up partners ready to level up their life with their Juice Plus business. And, you know, as I said before, I'm guessing even if you weren't at conference and in that room in Canberra or Wellington, you still felt the energy. You still felt that inspiration and the fire watching on. And that I hope, my wish is that you too are equally excited to just lean into this collective drive and really move towards your desires of being here for you. So our wish here for tonight is to help you, I suppose, channel and funnel this excitement into a beautiful, calm, focused, purposeful action plan that is really intentional and aligned here for you. Plus tonight, we have got all of the juicy details of our new Activate Action Challenge that is really here to guide you and hold your hand day by day, moving on from conference, which is something that you absolutely do not want to miss out on. So with all of that said, we usually spend a little bit of time, for those of you that are new each week, we spend a little bit of time each Monday night just to run through the numbers of what the first few promotions here look like when you're starting out. But tonight, we have a lot to get through. And I'm not going to spend time on those numbers, but I do want to just take a moment to highlight the fact that to get the wheels in motion in this business, I want to remind each of you that there is no guesswork in that. The how-to here, it really is all mapped out for you. And your mentor, your team leader, your upline, they will have already, or they will be plugging you in to a blueprint training group where you are really guided through those steps towards success here. So you're going to be shown how to place your own order and start living this beautiful health mission as quickly as possible. They will show you, they will run you through how to really inspire your first few customers and reach that first promotion in our compensation plan, which is called Partner Plus. They're then going to show you how to map out the next promotion here, which is called Senior Partner. And when you do that, you hit the first two steps here in the business, you are going to snap up around about $400 or $450 worth of bonuses on top of your retail profit, right? So you can do that as fast as you like, or you can do it within our 60-day window to really pick up that extra bonus cash, which I love seeing people do very early on in this business. The third step in this business, very quickly tonight, is getting qualified, right? Which allows you to tap into the extra commissions and really start your journey of falling in love with not only making an impact in the lives of others, but also a leveraged income. Now, I had no idea what any of this meant when I first started, so do not worry if this is going over your head right now, but I encourage you, if you're new, to just keep that laser focus on those first 2 promotions, working through the steps in that blueprint group. And I just share this tonight because I want you to start getting very used to hearing this language of senior partner and qualification here. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. Queensland time, the beautiful Kira Love, a PMD Plus in the business, will be hosting a Start Strong call where she will run you through each of those promotions, all of the numbers, and a little bit more of the how-to. So if you're able to make that call live, please do. If you aren't and you would love to see a recording of that, please reach out to your mentor. I really loved as well, just quickly before I move on, how the beautiful Linda Evenden, you know, our top female income earner here in Australia, really edified those 3 steps in our business. After 14 years here in the business and creating incredible success, right? She has so many people asking her, how has she done it? She focuses on those steps, helping people move through to getting qualified, turning around, each one teach one, rinse, wash, and repeat, right? I love the simplicity of our success system. All right, let's move on here tonight. It is a big night. What I know to be true, deep to my heart, and I know many of you have probably heard this before, is that conference was a huge weekend. Any event that we put on is profound. It's impactful, right? But what I do know to be true is that it actually, it doesn't matter what happens at the event that creates success in your life. It's what happens after the event that really does matter. And this has been true for me, building my business year on year. So I know that we can be so excited and we can be inspired and we can feel this whole new wave of energy during and soon after conference. But often for many, you know what? Often for many, the reality of where life is right now can quickly start to create distractions. When we get back home on the Monday, when it's back to the kids and the family, and maybe it's that traditional job and business once again, when we get back into the swing of things, sometimes we can very quickly see the fogginess start to creep back in after this newfound focus that we felt on the weekend, right? Sometimes we can feel these high vibes of energy and they can start to simmer away a little bit. Or maybe our head is just that full of inspiration and knowledge and impact and aha moments and light bulb moments that we can maybe go back into, well, where do I even start? Well, what's the next step? How do I piece this together? And we can go back into that default setting of overwhelm a little bit, right? So yes or yes, am I right? I'm glad this is resonating. I'm keeping an eye on the chat here. So what I love most about 2022 particularly is and I heard this often on the weekend, which was so beautiful to hear, is the collective leadership team. And I'm here to tell you tonight that this team is not going to let you fall into this trap on a deep level, all right? Let's absolutely expect that the high vibes might neutralize a little bit over the coming days and the coming weeks. but with purpose, with intention, with focus. We are going to empower each of you together and as a team to create a new standard for yourself and really build on this strong foundation that we've created over the last few days. So very simply said, we got your back, right? We're going to help you build on these new desires, and we want you to know that we are here to do this together as a team, side by side, right? And there was a whole new vibe at conference, right? The leadership team have been communicating a lot last night and this morning, and we've seen it in your eyes. We saw it in the mega moments. We saw it in the conversations. We heard it in the conversations. We saw it in the wild, free, and expansive new dance moves that have been happening on the dance floor and on the chairs. And you know what? We've just felt it with you. We have felt this culture and this connection on a whole new level. And we just want you to know that we're here to guide you. So I would love for you to get your notepads and your pens out, or your conference journal, and just hold this energy with me for this next little while, because we want to make tonight count. This is a really, really important night for all of us. So let's get that diary back out. Question that I want to kick off tonight with, yes, that dance floor was rocking. Whose vision really grew on the weekend? Right? Whether you are on day 1 of your journey, whether you're on day 10,001 of your journey, whose vision really grew over conference? And I must take my hat off here to Brian and Fiona Marsh. They did an incredible job on helping us all just dream bigger and kick off with that on the weekend, right? So yeah, let's just check in and refresh. They gave us that moment just to really check in and go, you know what do I want my life to look like? Why am I here creating this beautiful business and being part of this mission, right? They empowered us to get really, really specific on what that vision for us and our families look like, and to bring the detail. Pop that on mute. To really bring the detail and also get clear on why that was important to us, right? So why are you part of the Juice Plus family? And how can it help you bring your vision to life? So I'm going to encourage you to review the slides. I know Brian encouraged us to take photos of them. Maybe he might post them in the Juice Plus partner page, or can pop them in the leaders chat so we can filter them out to the team. But he had some slides with some incredibly powerful and quality questions on them to help us dig deeper into that vision and that detail. So homework number 1 for this week, while the energy and the vision is really, really fresh, I want you to get all of these light bulb moments and these rockets of desire that you're feeling out of your head and actually onto paper, whether it's in your journal, whether you're a vision boarder, whether you've got to update your vision statement, if you've done that with us throughout the year. Just be intentional this week, not next week, not next month, this week, invest some time into really working on that vision, because I promise you that is all where it starts. It doesn't matter how big, it doesn't matter how small it is, just start somewhere. What is the vision and why is it important to me, right? So that's the first big rock that we want to get done this week, right? And the other reason that this is important, and this is going to flow on with you, so please stick with me here, is that when you've got the vision and you've got that why, you tap into a very, very powerful resource within you, which is called why power. Forget willpower, it's why power. Why power is going to keep this energy building for you. Willpower, it's short. It won't last very long. So we're going to dive into that a little bit too. From here, once we've got some clarity on this vision, once we've popped it on paper, and again, done is better than perfect. Get it done. Permission to do this vision a little bit messy as well. Our beautiful guest speaker at conference, Keith Abraham, he really spoke into the power of how do we actually bring this vision to life, and how do we start working on creating this new reality for ourselves, right? We need to have goals, right? Goal posts to really break down the vision and create focused, simple, and very clear steps, okay? So when we have goals that we can create action steps. One of my favorite things to do. Why do I love goals? Why do I love action steps? We can measure and we can track them. We know if we need to be a little bit flexible and move here and there, but they also help us keep our eyes forward and up. Rather than looking down at where reality is right now, as I said, it's all right if life's a little bit shaky for you right now. We want to stop looking down. We want to start looking up and forward. And goals will help you keep your eyes on the goalposts, right? What happens when we keep our eyes on the goalposts? We feel more certain, we start building belief, and we start building confidence. So for the sake of tonight and time, I know that we have some very big visionaries on this call that can probably go and create a 5 and 10, probably 15-year vision, and they can reverse engineer their goals from there, right? Some of you might do this from a 12-month standpoint. Some of you can go to 6 months. But for tonight, I want to keep it simple with you. And each of you can spend a little bit of time this month, perhaps workshopping your goals. I'm going to be encouraging many of my team to buddy up in groups of 3 or 4 sideline buddies as well, and workshop their goals for extra accountability. But for tonight, what I want to focus on is, and this is where I want your pen and paper out again, is what is your 3-month goal for your Juice Plus business? Simple, right? What is the 90-day goal? It's the 1st of August right now. So on the 1st of November, what would you like your Juice Plus business to look like, right? Jot it down, pop it in your diary. And it might be a promotion, right? It might be a rank advance. It might be a number of team that you've invited to come and enjoy the business. Might be a number of customers. It might be a particular bonus that you're chasing. It might be a club goal. It might be a certain dollar in your commission check. It could be getting to senior partner and getting qualified, right? It might be you teaching someone to get to senior partner and get qualified, one of the highest paying activities you'll ever do in this business. What would it be? What's your target for the 1st of November? And here's an analogy very quickly for you. I love using this whenever I set goals, and I got it from my favorite author, John Maxwell. When you are setting a goal, you want it to excite you. You want it to stretch you a little bit, but you also want it to be within your realm of possibility, okay? You want it to excite you, but you want to make it achievable. And here's my analogy on this. I like to say, you know what, whenever I'm setting a goal, I picture myself standing on a driveway, and there's a big garbage bin, right? It might be 10, 20 meters away from me. And I'm standing at the very front of the driveway, and I'm holding a tennis ball. And I can see the garbage bin, and my goal is to be able to get this tennis ball and actually throw it into the bin. Now, if that bin is on the other side of the road for me, right, it's like I'm going to be closing my eyes and just pegging the ball, and who knows if there's any chance of it going in. But if I have it, you know what, 10, 20 meters away from me, I feel like, you know what, there's a pretty good chance that I can get this ball in there. It's not a guarantee, right? But I've got a pretty good shot of getting it in there. That's something that I love to use when I'm thinking about goals for myself and the business, right? So when you're thinking about the goal, ensure it's in your realm of possibility, ensure it's going to stretch you, right? Why is it important to you? What attitude are you going to need to embrace to actually be someone that's going to go out there and get that goal done? That's going to have a shot at it at least, right? What attitude are you going to need to embrace? And the next question I've got for you, just jot it down. You don't need to answer these tonight. How are you going to feel on the 1st of November if you stick to your word and you get it done? How's it going to feel, right? So with that goal in mind, focusing on that what I just said, that 3-month goal, 90 days time. With that goal in mind, what would your business then need to look like in 2 months from now, 8 weeks time? What would your business, where would your business need to be at, right? If you're tracking and you're measuring it, where would your business need to be in 2 months time to meet that goal? So see what we're doing here, and we do this in any goal setting workshop. We want to reverse engineer and break it down. What then would your business need to look like in 1 month's time? And again, just jot these questions down. You don't need to try and quickly do these numbers in your head, right? But what would your business need to look like in 1 month's time to set yourself up to be working towards that goal? From there, this is where I love detail. What would your business need to look like in 2 weeks' time? It's the 1st of August right now. How fun that we get to do this on the first day of the month. What would your business need to look like in 2 months' time? What would your business then need to look like this time next Monday? In 1 week's time, right? With that said, what would you need to do this week? What would you need to do tomorrow? And what would you need to do tonight after you jump off this call and before you go to bed to plan for this goal, right? For those of you that want clarity and focus and consistency and to start building on this momentum, this is the precision that we need. This attention to detail is what is going to start to shift the needle for you, right? So Spen, I'm going to ask you guys, I know you're tired. I know so many of you have been traveling, but tonight might be a late night to actually get the pen to paper and get very specific on this planning for yourself. All right. So a lot of you, and the magic word that I just dropped in there very quickly is consistency, right? And I truly believe, the success that not only myself, but many leaders here have created, it's because of daily consistency. And I know so many of you were watching all of the beautiful, all of our beautiful partners cross stage these past few days, right? And be recognized for a promotion, recognized for their impact, recognized for a particular club goal. And I promise you, when they are crossing the stage, the recognition isn't for them. It's not just that milestone moment, right? The recognition is a celebration of daily focus, of consistency from months, if not years leading up to that point, right? That's the recognition that they are feeling. It's been that daily commitment and recommitment, right? That's actually lighting them up and creating that. So that is homework number 2 for tonight, right? Writing down those goals and reverse engineering them. And I really do want to encourage you to work with your mentor here in this space, your leader. And as I said, maybe even buddy up with a couple of sideline buddies to really create some accountability around that. The third recommendation, right, that I have for you tonight is around your schedule. It is my favorite topic to speak into. You will not change your life until you change your focus. And to me, that focus, it comes from being a master of my diary, right? I get cranky. I'm doing the fist pump here. This is how excited I get about this. But I promise you, it is the secret to success is also found in how disciplined you are around your diary, right? My diary is my boss. My daily agenda is where I go out there and I kick some butt, right? If you leave your action to chance, if you leave your action to what mood you're in for the day, I'm a Gemini, I know that, right? There's lots of different moods in there. If you leave your action to your energy levels, how you feel, to whether or not it feels convenient for you, I promise you right now, you will not move towards your goals. It's real talk time for you guys. I know you're ready for it and I know you want it tonight, but I would love to empower you to get your diary out tonight. If you've never created a schedule in your life, tonight's the night. I'm going to challenge you to play with one for a little bit, because where you purposefully and with intention, I'm even going to say honor here as well, right? When you give yourself the honor and the worthiness of putting your vision first, actually putting it into your schedule, right? When you'll know when and where and why you're going to take action in your business based on your goals. There is great honor in that. And it's a beautiful way to start to build on this self-worth that so many are craving. Your vision goes in the diary. You do not leave that to chance. All right. Now there's going to be things right now. I certainly know this to be true while I was building and working full time and kids and stress and overwhelm. There are going to be things in your diary that you need to pull out to start getting this thing moving for you, to start bringing your desires to life, to start committing to the change that you're craving. You've got to start to clear a little bit of clutter. There's going to be earlier mornings. There's going to be some later nights, right? There's going to be that strategic imbalance that I talk about. There's going to be some weekends in there. There's going to be some things in there that I know for us mamas in particular find it hard to do. There's going to be some things in there that you need to trust and go and delegate others to do and be okay with letting it go, right? It's time to create some purposeful action and intention. And I think conference is a beautiful weekend that opens a lot of eyes and minds for mamas around that, right? On Thursday, we're all like, we can't leave the kids. No one else can do this. And I feel all the guilt. And then they're all letting their hair down and dancing on chairs and all glammed up and having the time of their life, right? You've got home today. Everyone's okay. All right? You're allowed to put you first. All right. So that's my third bit of homework for you guys tonight. We've had vision. I want you to reverse engineer those goals. And I want you to get the diary out and start planning when you are going to work on this business. Okay? Because successful people who bring their visions to life and hit goals, they they decide on what matters most to drive their day, right? They do sooner what others plan to do later. They always work from a clear sense of priority, right? And they actually don't have, this is a big one for me, a really big shift. They actually don't have these mega long to-do lists in their diary. A to-do list is something that just pulls you in all of these different directions, right? And we sometimes we can attach our worthiness to how long they are, no matter what's on there. Successful people don't have to-do lists. They have success lists. And there's usually only 4 to 5 things on that success list, right? Because it's aiming them in a very specific direction. So have some fun. Decide what matters most on any given day. Decide on the 5 things that go on your success list. And I'm going to give you a hot tip. If you're in this space and you want to create success, there's no guesswork in those 5 things either. And we're going to run you through that in just a moment. But I'm going to leave you with this, another quick analogy tonight, again, from my favorite author, John Maxwell. If you had a tree in your backyard, right, and you picked up an axe. Now, I do not like cutting down trees, right? This is just an analogy that landed with me, so I want to share it tonight. If you had a tree in your backyard and you had an axe, and every day you picked up an axe and you went out the back and you took 5 swings in the same place with focus, with intention, with purposeful action. 5 swings every day in the same spot, right? It didn't matter. It wouldn't matter if it was raining, if it was windy, if it was too cold to go outside, if there was lots of distractions, right? If you still got up and you had that axe and in the same spot, you chipped away at those 5 things, what would eventually happen? You'd break through it. There's no doubt about that. There is no question about that. You would break through it, right? It wouldn't matter if on some days you went out there. Some days you're going to feel strong. Some days you're going to feel, you know what, I got this. I'm feeling on fire. Other days the energy is going to drop a little bit, right? You're going to feel a little bit flat. Everyone's going to be on your back. But you keep on chipping away, right? There's no ifs or buts. There's no guesswork in how you do this. The 5 swings a day. Connect with people, have conversations, invite them to take a look, events and follow-ups. We all do the same 5 things. So with that said tonight, for those of you who love guidance on the swings, for those of you that want to get your diary out tonight and start pre-planning, when am I going to do this? How am I going to bring the focus? I am just so pumped tonight to hand you over to Mr. Adam Westwick, who is in the house, who is the king of swinging the axe and helping people take action. And Adam, before I throw to you, I just want to give you a really, really quick shout out, buddy, because I have never met someone that is so driven to see other people succeed. I've never seen someone that pours into not only just his own team, but the entire global community at such a high level. Adam has done so much pre-work leading into conference, during conference, running all of the incentives, and he's the first to put his hand up and take charge of what's happening post-conference. So Adam, with that said, I would love to hand over to you to show these guys, you know what, how we're going to be with them swinging the axe every day.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited. Thank you for those kind words. Honestly, I love this. I really love what this is. And I know the weekend there was many tears and I cry every single time. I'm sure it's just the late nights. That's why I cry. I'm just emotional and weak in those times, but it seems to happen every time, even before the big nights out. It was an amazing weekend. I think for me, the biggest thing that I'm going to say to you guys, I don't want you guys to, I don't want conference. And I know I said this to someone on the gala. Our goal here is to not make what happened on the weekend, an experience like peeing in a wetsuit. Has anyone peed in a wetsuit before? Come on, guys, admit it. Who has peed in a wetsuit before? If you haven't, it's the perfect time of the year to be peeing in a wetsuit because the water is freaking cold. But if you've ever peed in a wetsuit, it is warm and fuzzy for a little while. But once you get paddling, it all goes away. It all goes away. Don't let conference be a peeing in a wetsuit experience for you. I really want to, we are so committed as a group. Some of you guys are going to go and hit the surf in the morning and really experience what that's like. But I will say this, I'm really excited about our Activate in August or August activation, whatever we called it, August activation challenge. It is going to be amazing. We've already got, get this guys, we've already got over $5,000 in the prize pool, already over $5,000 in the prize pool. If you guys don't remember, we're going to give away to 5 lucky winners. It means 5 people at the end of this month, starting next month, we're going to distribute at least more than $1,000 to 5 lucky winners. Who wants to win at least $1,000? Just all you have to do is do 22 tasks in the month of August. That's all you have to do, and you're in the draw to win over $1,000. Who knows what this will get to? We've still got 24 hours. We're going to cut it off Monday. Monday is the cutoff for the pay pool. You got to pay $25. Now, here's the thing. Do you need to pay $25? I'm going to say no, you don't. If you want to win the prize money, you've got to pay the $25. The reason for the $25, not that we think you need to pay for the coaching, but there's nothing like a little bit of extra commitment on the table to say, I'm in for my $25 and I might get $1,000 or more. It might be up to $1,500 distributed over 5 people by the end. Who knows? We might get this thing over to 7,500. Who knows? We've got 400 people here on training. I want to share this really quickly as well. The last time that I remember that we had 400 people consistently on training, this group grew by more than 400% in 12 months. Who wants to be the fruits of a business that grows by more than 300 or 400% in a 12-month period? That is literally which potentially is on the table right now. But what I know there are 3 elements to success here, guys. The first one, like Kimberly shared with you guys tonight, the first one is to have purpose and reason and commitment of why you're going to do that. Get committed, find your purpose, find your reason why you want to do this, get this. Even over the next 90 days, what would the next 90 days mean to you if you're able to get your goal done? If you're able to get to senior partner, qualify, get to SC, whatever it is, go and map out the money. Like many of us don't understand, like there might be 500, 1,000, even more than $1,000 on the table for every single one of you guys for just committing to the task and doing. I know we get excited about the money that's going to get on top of, but I'm going to see that as a bonus. If you commit to these 22 days, there might be $1,000 for everyone here if you really commit and play full out to those 22 days. So again, get purpose and reason. Consistency is key. Get consistent. The next 22 over the next all of August. There's 22 tasks. We're having the weekends off. Most of you guys, well, some of you guys won't have the weekends off, but it gives you a couple of days to catch your breath, maybe do follow-ups, all the stuff, and then reset Monday to Friday right through till the end of August. And the third is just be teachable. Follow the steps. Be teachable. They're the 3 elements of success. That's all what the August activation is all about. Again, step 1, pay the $25 if you want to be a part of the prize pool giveaway. It's already over $5,000. Just remind you, join the Facebook group. We're going to live every morning on Zoom. You guys can find the Zoom link inside inside the Facebook group that's there. We'll also do a Facebook Live into the group. So if you're not up at 6 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, if you're in Perth at 4 a.m. and you're not that crazy to get up at 4 a.m., then you can still jump on the live. And then then the next thing is complete the task, screenshot the task, put it in the Facebook Live that is relative to the task. I think we'll all learn from one another. And there'll be lots of cool things that we'll get to implement. Like, I love the way they did it, that did it. So do that and share it in the group and then record it on your sheet. You guys will find the sheet inside that group in the files as well. and just play full out. It's going to be amazing. It's a great way to launch pad. You know, I was speaking to one of your team members, actually, Kimberly, over the weekend, and she said to me, the two biggest bumps. Now, Kirsty Chumley was in one of our top partners of the year this year. And she said the two biggest bumps that she saw jump in her business last year were on the back of both the 30-day challenge and things that had. That not only did she commit, but she let her team know about it. They committed and they all played full out, and she saw a significant jump. Okay, so I want to just help you guys. So yes, I'll be up at 6 a.m. every morning from Monday to Friday, starting tomorrow morning. We've got honestly 22 absolute rock stars that have got incredible results in their business. Literally going to walk you guys through how to do this, how to do the things that they do. And you know, one thing that I love, what Keith shared on the weekend, he talked about a really cool goal initiative, which was 1 + 1 + 1. What that is, what's going to be your goal in the next one day? What's your goal in the next one day? It might just be tomorrow morning, I'm getting up no matter what, no matter how late tonight is, I'm going to get up, whatever it is. What's your goal for the next 24 hours? What's going to be your goal for the next week? Whatever that is, the next 1 week. And then what's going to be your goal for the next 1 month? Maybe some of you guys like one customer, one ad, whatever it is. I don't know, just something to add into your goals that I really loved about Keith. Win every day. I love that. Just something that has always resonated with me is win the day. Win every day. What's it going to take for you not to rely on external things to happen, to just win every day? And the compounding effect of what happens to that is amazing. I will say this quick shout out. We're going to Facebook Live every Monday night now in the Juice Plus Australia New Zealand Facebook group, which allowed us to get over 400 people here tonight. It's going to be really exciting. And again, one session won't count. So be here every week, guys. Get your team into it. Away we go. We're going to do breakout groups right now. I've already organized it. There are 4 breakout groups, just to remind you guys. Those groups is the way we set these up is for the program that you're probably supporting will probably lead you to your leaders that your upline, probably NMD, EMD, IMD, PMD leaders. So we've got the Health and Vitality with Adam and Ange, the Naked Health with Kira, Kimberly, and Brian. We've got the Health Style Emporium with Shani and Lauren. And then also we've got Tribal Wellness with Kate Nance. So I'm going to open up these groups. You guys know where to go and join them. If you can't join one of these breakout groups, it means that you need to update your Zoom account. Okay, so just go and update your Zoom account. Maybe you can get on later. We're going to keep this open for about half an hour. Good to see you guys. A big shout out for Kimberly. Amazing session coming out of the blocks. See you guys in the breakout rooms. Bye for now.